GLOC 9. The story behind the success. Imagine this, a young man with no money, no powerful name, no fancy beats, just a notebook full of rhymes and a heart full of truth. In a world where everyone's rapping about fame and fortune, one voice rises, not to brag, but to wake people up. That voice is GLOC 9, and his story is not just about music. It's about courage, conscience, and an unshakable purpose. If you like this type of stories, please like, share, and subscribe for more. When you talk about Filipino hip-hop, one name commands instant respect: GLOC 9, born Aristotle Palisco. He's not just a rapper, he's a movement. For over 2 decades, he's been dropping verses that shake minds and open eyes. While others climb the charts through trends, GLOC 9 carved a different path, one built on truth, pain, and social commentary. And in doing so, he became one of the most important voices in OPM. But his rise didn't happen overnight. It was a climb, slow, painful, but relentless. The early days, just a dreamer with a pen. GLOC 9 didn't grow up with privilege. Born in Binangonan, Rizal, he knew what struggle looked like. Life was hard, money was tight, but his dreams were loud. At a young age, he fell in love with words. While most kids played outside, he was writing. Not poems for class, but verses about injustice, poverty, and the quiet desperation he saw around him. He didn't want to become just another rapper. He wanted to tell stories that mattered. He wanted to give a voice to those who had none. He wanted to rap with purpose. But talent alone wasn't enough. He joined the group Death Threat, where he honed his craft. It was underground, raw, and uncompromising. He wasn't chasing hits. He was chasing truth. And in the process, he developed a style that was sharp, rapid-fire, and packed with meaning. Breaking out from the shadows to the spotlight. His breakout came when he decided to go solo, and that decision changed everything. With tracks like Simplin Tao, Upuan, and Serena, GLOC 9 didn't just entertain, he educated. These weren't club bangers. These were lyrical grenades. He tackled corruption, discrimination, gender identity, poverty, and inequality at a time when others were afraid to speak out. And yet, his music was never preachy. It was real. It was personal. It was Filipino. Upuan wasn't just about a chair, it was about power and how it disconnects the leaders from the people. Serena wasn't just about being different, it was about the pain of rejection and the need for acceptance. Lando, his heartbreaking collab with Francis M., painted a tragic love story amidst chaos. GLOC 9 turned hard realities into art. The public listened, and not just for the beat, but for the message. The weight of truth. Speaking the truth is never easy. And GLOC 9 paid the price. He faced criticism, censorship, and industry pressure to lighten up or sell out. But he never compromised. Not once. He stayed independent in spirit, even when signed under big labels. He didn't chase viral moments. He chased meaning. In a world that rewards popularity, he remained grounded in integrity. And that's what makes him so powerful. Because GLOC 9 proved that you can be successful without sacrificing your voice. That you can be relevant without being shallow. That you can speak truth in a language people understand and still rise. His awards, countless. His accolades, well-earned. But his real achievement, he made people think. Legacy over fame. Unlike many artists who come and go, GLOC 9 built a legacy. He mentored young rappers. He collaborated with icons like Francis M., Ebe Dancel, and Regine Velasquez, not for clout but for culture. He bridged gaps between genres, generations, and social classes. And even now, he continues to evolve. In interviews, he talks about the responsibility of having a platform, about staying relevant without becoming shallow, about remembering who you are, even when the lights get bright. GLOC 9 has become more than a rapper. He's a poet, an activist, and a teacher. His lyrics are taught in schools, quoted in classrooms, and used in speeches. How many rappers can say that? The power of storytelling. What sets GLOC 9 apart is his storytelling. He doesn't just rhyme, he paints pictures. When he tells the story of a street vendor, a struggling mother, or a misunderstood outcast, you feel it. You don't just hear his words, you see the faces, feel the tears, and carry the weight. And that's rare. In a genre often filled with ego and noise, GLOC 9 brings depth. He reminds us that words matter, that music can heal, awaken, and empower. That being Filipino is not just about language, it's about heart. Still standing, still rapping, still real. Today, as younger artists dominate social media, GLOC 9 remains relevant. Not because he changed who he was, but because the world is finally catching up to the message he's been shouting for years. He's proof that the long game matters. That quality beats hype. That purpose outlasts trends. He's no longer just a rapper. He's a pillar of Filipino music. Final thoughts. What GLOC 9 teaches us. GLOC 9's story is a reminder that success is not always loud. That real power lies in staying true to your core. That it's better to be respected than just liked. He teaches us that we all have a voice, and that we shouldn't be afraid to use it for something bigger than ourselves. So next time you hear a GLOC 9 verse, don't just listen, reflect. Because behind every line is a lesson. Behind every beat is a battle. And behind every song is a soul who chose honesty over popularity.